Hello everyone, this is JP Linstroth in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, United States. It is one of the great honors of my life to accept as one of two winners the 2019 Proverse Prize for my book of poetry, Epochal Reckonings. I'm especially and profoundly grateful for the founders and publishers of Proverse Publishers Hong Kong, Dr. Gillian Bickley and Dr. Werner Bickley. Additionally, I am very appreciative for the work of the Proverse editorial team for realizing my book in its existing form. I cannot imagine a better experience with an editorial team. Moreover, I am likewise most thankful to my family and friends without whose support this book would never have come to fruition. Likewise, it is indeed unfortunate not to be able to accept this esteemed and wonderful prize in person in Hong Kong. Yet all of us throughout the world are having to adjust to a new normal because of the coronavirus, COVID-19. Regrettably, international travel is for many, including myself, limited. So while I come to you via recorded video today, please know I wish I could be there with all of you in person in Hong Kong and celebrating this personal milestone with you. Let me, if I may, say something brief about my poetry book, Epochal Reckonings, and why I think it was awarded this valued Proverse Prize. My book was envisioned as a witness account of the great tragedies in these early years of the 21st century, namely the great migration crisis across the globe, September 11, 2001, Hurricane Katrina 2005, the Haitian earthquake in 2010, the tortures of Abu Ghraib prison in 2003, the last three US presidential administrations, Bush, Obama, and Trump, mass starvation in Yemen because of civil war, school shootings in the United States, homelessness, and the recent murders of young African men and women in the US, Brazilian Amerindian genocide, and in general, racism against minorities. Hence, this is the ambitious canvas in which I chose to work in order to present the reader with a witness account of our present times. Ironically, my prize-winning book was written prior to this global pandemic of the coronavirus, COVID-19, and prior to the wildfires in California and the Western United States, among many other countless global tragedies. As such, Epochal Reckonings is an incomplete portrayal of our times. Because of this, the book is meant to be emergent and partial, as well as inchoate. Like the Italian Renaissance artist Michelangelo's sculptures known as prigione, prisoners, or schiave, slaves, the words presented in the book are symbolically fettered to our epic and provide a sort of semiotic accounting of our contemporary age, not within white marble, unlike Michelangelo's sculptures, but within the limited scope of white pages, and as such, a limited encapsulation of our contemporaneous era. In the past, there have been controversies about whether or not art should be allowed to depict great human tragedies, such as the Holocaust, when the fascist Nazi regime of the Third Reich under Adolf Hitler in Germany tried to exterminate the European Jewish people. And yet today, we realize that in order to preserve great tragedies such as the Shoah, Hebrew for Holocaust, we also need art as witness for the purposes of remembrance regarding such unspeakable human calamities. Thus, I believe the novel Night by Elie Wiesel and Primo Levi's novel If This Is a Man, both authors, survivors of the Holocaust, prove why art as witness is so essential for recounting human misfortunes among innumerable other examples of art. Perhaps Pablo Picasso's evocative mural-like cubist black and white painting of Guernica also comes to mind. Here, Picasso was depicting the disastrous bombing of a small Basque town in Spain during the Civil War by the Nazi Germany Luftwaffe, killing mostly women, children, and the elderly. The painting would come to represent all of the horrors of the Spanish Civil War and all the terrors of the Franco dictatorship between 1939 and 1975. So while I can only hope to emulate such profound works of art, I must, in all humility, explain that my poetry book, Epochal Reckonings, is my own meager attempt to encompass and summarize disastrous happenings in the present day. After all, human-made and natural disasters depicted in my book are much greater than any one person, and are, of course, much more overwhelming and powerful than myself as an artist and writer. Therefore, to depict such great sufferings and tribulations with the justice they deserve is something that a poet such as myself can only hope and aspire for. In sum, the poems presented in my book are purposefully meant to cause concern, discussion, and surprise, as well as to evoke emotions of anger, empathy, and sadness. And above all, the poems in my book are meant to give voice to the sometimes voiceless and to provide an accounting, however limited, for our present age. Finally, I wish to thank Proverse Hong Kong for believing in my work and in me as an artist and writer. I also wish to thank you, future readers, perhaps for picking up my book, as I hope you will, and finding your own meaning for our day and age. Possibly also reflecting upon my musings on the present zeitgeist as an exemplar of our experience in the here and now. I wish you all health and safety today and in the future. Thank you very much.